A quick shout out to our newest member, Dongjit-young. I do apologize if I pronounced your name incorrectly. I got it off of Google, so it might be a smidge off. Anyway, Tong, welcome to the channel. Now, on with today's video. Greetings, my dear viewers. Welcome back to another Dungeons & Dragons character conversion. This is the second video I have done for the Digimon franchise. One of the greatest series that I have ever watched growing up. And it is not a Pokemon knockoff. I want to make that perfectly clear. If you guys watched both of them like I have, you know they are completely different franchises. Anyway, that's not the point. Today we are doing the most popular Digimon, Agumon. Now, I say Agumon because, well, Agumon has a lot of different evolutionary lines. That's how popular he is. He got so many different ones. Even in the new video game, Digimon Survive, you have two paths you can go on. And we'll talk more about that later in this video, but I'm not spoiling the game because I haven't played it, so no spoilers for the game, mostly just for the anime itself. So there wasn't really a set Digi-evolution because there are so many. So I just said, whatever, we'll just do all of them. Anyway, to start things off, we are using the standard array system for our Agumon build. We're going to give a 15 to Strength, 13 to Dex, 14 to Con, 12 to Intelligence, 8 to Wisdom, and 10 to Charisma. Now, it was a little bit hard trying to find Agumon's race. I was very close to doing what I did for Vmon in the last Digimon build, but I decided to go with the Kobold. More specifically, the newest incarnation of Kobold from Mordenkainen's Monsters of the Multiverse, which, unfortunately, is the only one I can do to make this most accurate. Anyway, it's going to give us a +1 to our strength and a +2 to our intelligence. Our size is small, speed of 30 feet, dark vision of 60 feet, we get Draconic Cry, and we get Kobold Legacy. We're going with Draconic Sorcery. This will give us a spellcasting ability using intelligence, and the cantrip Firebolt. This was the closest cantrip to Agumon's Pepper Breath, or Baby Flame, as it's known in Japan. I kind of prefer Pepper Breath, honestly. Anyway, moving on to background. Omnimon is one of the final evolutions of Agumon, which unfortunately is a Jogress, which is why we are not having it as the main build. But we are referencing it with the background Knights of the Order because of the Royal Knights. We get skills in Persuasion and Arcana, 3 Dragon Auntie as our gaming set, and 1 language of choice, as well as the feature Knightly Regard. Now we're going to start things off with the Barbarian, and I'm mostly doing it for the subclass, which we'll get into at level 3. But also, the Rage references a key feature with most of the Agumon partners. And that is Dark Digivolution is unlocked through Rage. Which is very unfortunate, but that's how it goes. For your proficiencies, you get light armor, medium armor, and shields, simple weapons and martial weapons, saving throws, strength, and constitution, and your skills would be nature and survival. Your unarmored defense is 10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your constitution modifier. You also get a d12 hit die with starting hit points at 12 plus your constitution modifier. Barbarian level 2 gets Reckless Attack and Danger Sense. Now let's go ahead and multi-class into Artificer. We'll make this more clear in a moment. Extra D8 hit die, some firearm proficiencies in Thieves' Tools and Tinker's Tools, magical tinkering, and spellcasting, which uses your intelligence modifier. At 3rd level Barbarian, we get the Primal Path of the Giant. This references Greymon and each other evolution down the Agumon line as they get more larger. Not really any way to put that better. They get more size, more height. They become bigger. This is because of giant power and also having Giant's Havoc. Pretty good abilities. Now, Path of the Giant is currently Unearthed Arcana, so don't get discouraged by that. This also references Tyrannomon, which is another one of Agumon's evolution lines, though not as popular as the Greymon lines. Artificer level 2 gets Infuse Item. Barbarian level 4 gets an ability score improvement. Go ahead and increase your Constitution by 2, making it a 16. Now, Artificer level 3, we get an Artificer Specialist. We're going to choose 2 different ones, and I'll tell you why here in a moment. Artificer Specialist Master Maker actually references both Metal Greymon and Metal Tyrannomon. You'll get proficiency in heavy armor and smith's tools. Your Master Maker weapons would be Absorb Elements and Thunderous Smite. You get Prothesis Expertise, Battle Fist, and the right tool for a job, just for being a 3rd level Artificer. Now, the other option here is going off of the Rage. And you all have commented in the Doom Guy video that Rage with the Artificer would not work. And I would like to point out that Rage specifically says you gain these benefits while you are not wearing heavy armor. So, half plate, medium armor, would be your best bet to still gain the benefits of your Rage. And I'll explain why we're mentioning half plate with the secondary specialist, the Armorer. This references a lot of different evolutions. Rise, Shine Greymon, War Greymon, and even Rust Tyrannomon. You'll get proficiencies in heavy armor, smith's tools, get magic missile and thunder wave for your armorer spells. You'll get arcane armor, an armor model, and of course the right tool for the job, just for being a 3rd level Artificer. Oh, and also Blitz Greymon, forgot about him. Anyway, level 4 Artificer gets an ability score improvement, but we're going to skip out on that just so we can get a feat. The Resilient feat. This will increase our dexterity by 1 point and give us saving throw proficiency in dexterity, which is pretty darn useful in my opinion. We're going to skip ahead to both level 5 Barbarian and level 5 Artificer, just because they both get extra attack with Master Maker and Armorer, as well as just being a level 5 Barbarian. As a Master Maker, you'll get Enhanced Ability and Lesser Restoration for your spells. For Armorer Artificer, you'll get Mirror Image and Shatter. Barbarians get Fast Movement at level 5, as well as their extra attack feature. Level 6 Barbarian of the Giant gets Elemental Cleaver. Level 7 Barbarian gets Feral Instinct. Level 8 Barbarian gets an ability score improvement in Strength, increase it by 2. And Barbarian level 9 gets a Brutal Critical. Mighty Impel at level 10 Barbarian of the Giant. And Relentless Rage at level 11. Level 12 will go ahead and skip the ability score improvement for a feat, Shield Master. This is because War Greymon does in fact have a shield, and I would assume that some of the other Greymons also have it, or at least something similar. Level 13 Barbarians get Brutal Critical. Again, And level 14 Barbarians get Demergic Colossus. This gets our size up to huge, which is fantastic. And level 15 Barbarian gets Persistent Rage, which is very key for a Digimon build, especially with Agumon. And I believe that is it for the build, but not done with the video. For our recommended spell list, I would go for Green Flame Blade and Thorn Whip for our cantrips, with Featherfall and Tasha's Caustic Brew for first level spells, and for our second level spells, Enlarge, Reduce, and Levitate would be best in my opinion. Now, you could go the specialist with Artillerist and make sure you are high enough in level to get Fireball, but then you'd be missing out on a few key features of the Barbarian. But with that, that is the end of this video. I do hope that you enjoyed. With that being said, I will see you next time. This has been Drehan, and I am offline.